All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praises due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash. Also want to give double honors to the elders and apostles of Wuwell. Peace and salutations peace and salutations of the hopeful elect that's scattered four corners of the earth, which are so-called Negroes, Latinos, Hispanics, and Native American Indians. You know, the true Israelites coming out of the nation of Israel, the elect nation the Lord is only dealing with in no other nation. Alright? So this one is really through the spirit, peeping, observing. You know, you said I'm from Brother Yuanathon, I'm from the Detroit camp, and my job is, you know, in another city that's, you know, primarily, you know, Edom, you know, and what touched me to do this lesson, I'm going to title it Deuteronomy 30 and 7, alright, where it's a flip, okay, and one of my favorite scriptures, and I was going to tell myself, you know, start with the, you know, go back to the basics and start off what I started with, come back into this truth, so I can be rooted, so my foundation can be well rooted, alright, so it's never bad to touch back on the basics, or where you first came into the truth, the things that you learned, just sharpen and strengthen it. So this is Deuteronomy 30 and 7, and it says, and the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Because they always think we're the cause of all the problems that's going on, the violence, the guns, but it was all an agenda of Esau, you know, and they always like to point the finger at Jake. But you know, the curses are flipped. So like I was saying earlier, I work in a predominantly, you know, area of Edom, nice little neighborhood. And you know, when I used to go to Detroit, when I first moved to Detroit, you know, I would see a lot of homeless Jake, you know, on the curb with the sign, you know, can you help, anything, God bless, stuff like that. But as time is progressing, I'm starting to see Edom is the one that's homeless. You know, when I walk back and forth from work, you know, I see, you know, I don't see any Jake on the streets. I just see Edom. But there you go. That is a curse that was supposed to put on us, and it's flipping. You know, like you said, the scriptures say, whoever is first shall be last, and last shall be first. So you're seeing a gradual switch. But when this switch comes in full fruition, it's going to be way detrimental. So let's give you another example. It's Deuteronomy 28 and 54. And it says, so that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eye shall be evil towards his brother and towards his wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave. And that's getting into, you know, we coming against ourselves, because there was a split of the northern and southern kingdom. All right, and if you look at it in these days, you know, you see, okay, let's use boxing. When you watch boxing, it's always enmity between Puerto Rico or Mexico, and that's just nothing but Ephraim versus Issachar. Or if you watch the movie Juice, how Pac, you know, he was the Jake, he was the Judite, you know, or whatever. Well, I know he's on the tribe, but whatever he is, he was like getting hemmed up by Ephraim. Like he had a gun, not a gun, but he had a knife to him, and we've been having that type of enmity towards each other for a long time. Like I said, you got that saying, black on black crime. But now we got this truth. Israel is waking up. You see that enmity starting to, you know, go away. Like Crips and Bloods used to hate each other. But now you see certain celebrities like that might be a Crip or a Blood. They don't really have that wrath to kill each other like they used to in the old days. Alright, so you see the curses lifting back up. Alright, but like I said, now let's see Edom. Alright, so I'm going to grab the book of Mark. This is Mark chapter 3, and we'll start at 23. And he called them unto him and said unto them in parables, how can Satan cast out Satan? And if kingdom be divided against itself, how can his kingdom stand? And if a house be divided against himself, that house cannot stand. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have the end. That's why you have, that saying in Amos 3 and 3, can these two or three walk together, lest they be agreed? That's a question, but the answer is no. Alright, so my point was, when Jake used to go against his brother, we would be in the barrios, the neighborhoods. But like I was saying earlier, you want to see a flip that's going to be harder on our enemies. Because like I said, neighborhood beef, hood beef, barrio, whatever you want to call it, that's how small, we used to come at each other. But as this, it says, let me grab it again. And if kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Jump down to 26. And if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand but have the end. So look at these other nations of Edom. Like I said, you got Gog and Magog, which is like the Russians, Europe, they're still Edom. Even though they're all entangled, there are some disagreements that they have. And now it's ramping up, getting higher, and it's leading into when we see it, you got Elder Apostle Tahar bringing out videos that World War III is around the corner. High Priest Amon Gabar, he's bringing that out, and that's getting to Bible prophecy that this place is about to is going to be coming to a glass parking lot. And like I said, who's doing it? It's going to be Edom. But as you can see, the magnitude is nations of Edom. We just don't have, like I said, it's not just neighborhoods of Jake anymore going at each other's neck anymore. It's these huge nations of Edom coming together to take each other out. And what their blessing is the sword. And with that awesome sword, the weapon of the Lord's indignation is going to be these missiles. Okay? But our job is to, trust in the Lord. Alright? So, Lord willing, I hope this video was edifying. Didn't make it too long, but I just want you to get the point of, if you got the spiritual eye to see, spiritual ear, that these things is coming to pass. Alright, so Lord willing, this video was edifying. I want to give all honor, everyone, and praises due to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem, Rakakadash. And again, double honors to the elders and apostles and great millstones who teach the truth and sincerity, and also who rule well. Peace and salutations to the hopeful elect. And again, football, and shalom, and on to the next video.